Hi guys, today we have one of the toppers of CAT 2024. We have Swaraj with us. He was a student of Krakow and he got 99.95 in this CAT. So we are very happy to have you, Swaraj.
Thanks a lot, sir. It's honestly a fanboy moment as well for me.
Yeah, it is something which makes me also very happy whenever, because normally we are in an online education field, right? So even when I stream, I can see the numbers that okay, so many people are watching. But at some point it feels like slightly cut off because it is slightly abstract. I know that people are watching, but I don't really know whether people are really watching. Okay, from my standpoint.
Right.
If this was an offline institute, I know that every day, okay, like say 100 people are coming, 200 people are coming. So whenever I see success stories like yours, it makes me a lot more satisfied because this is the impact. Okay, this is the impact which is tangible to me. So again, very happy. I'm as happy as you are because whenever I see students who have used Krakow, and today I got like so many messages, both on mail as well as WhatsApp, everybody is thanking. So it is a very good moment for me also. I work very hard for days like this, where I feel
like your hard work.
Where I feel that okay, so many people are happy because of some effort that we put in. So that's very nice. So coming back to this, I basically wanted to know your strategy, okay, where you started, basically your story. Because I know that many people who are looking to take CAT, they want inspiration to work hard. Okay. So this podcast is more or less on those lines. So basically, if you can start off by telling me where you were born, where you did your BTech, all of those things, how much you scored, when you took CAT the first time, something like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, sir, I was born in Bihar, but I'm brought up completely in Hyderabad since my nursery, and then I completed my undergrad in NIT Silchar.
Okay.
And after that, I am now working at Oracle, where I'm a software developer.
Okay.
But yeah, back of the mind, always MBA was there. And I had started my prep last year in September, I guess, when the registration was just closing. I had given last year's CAT. I scored a very bad 93 percentile.
No, that's fine. Can you tell me what is the split 93 overall, right? So how much did you score in quant approximately? Do you remember?
I don't remember the split, but I remember 80 percentile, I guess, in everything, in all the three sections. And maths was the worst. I mean, surprisingly, maths was the worst. I was heartbroken coming out of the exam that how can maths be my worst part? Because I was always banking on maths being my best part. And then cut to 24.
Just one sec. Last time, which slot were you in?
I was in slot 3.
Slot 3. No, because one of the things I would feel is, okay, 2023 quant was very difficult. So if you're in slot 1, the shock itself would have been like so overwhelming. So maybe I was wondering, maybe that was one of the reasons you underperformed in quant, or it was just that the paper was...
I got used to the difficulty level of 22 because all the coaching institutes use that as the baseline. And then to see 23 was like a flashback of my mains, what happened. And then I had lost touch of those deep problems, I mean those intricate problems.
Correct.
And all of a sudden those appeared. So I was shocked, and the cut to 24, I started my serious prep in Feb, where my aim was my worst day should be equivalent to me converting those calls.
Very good.
Even if I perform the worst, I should be getting that percentile where I'm converting those calls.
Very good.
I know my VRC was trash. So I scored single digit as well initially in the mocks. I was too sticked on what my framework is and not understanding paper setter's framework. Because VRC is subjective. We tend to boil down, these both seem correct, but how is this correct? My guess says, my analysis says the other option is right. But again, understanding paper setter's framework, there's Ali's ma'am's videos. I mean, those were 40 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 RC, 35 minutes. But then I knew if I had to score, I have to watch. Very simple maths. I mean, I used to go through those entire mock analysis. Very tough for me. Those, I guess, total length of any mock analysis for VRC would be 2 hours. I would take 6 hours to analyze my mock.
Very good.
And VRC, I did not score as high as I would expect, but even this jump is very significant.
How much did you score?
29. Should be 96 percentile.
That's good,
So that way is, I mean, LRDI in Krakow's mocks. There were days when I couldn't solve a set. There were days where I solved one set was on average something I could solve, 1.5 and then 2 as well. But then I felt the complexity was high, but then to see the solutions and realize that you could think like this as well.
Correct.
That was a brain opener.
Correct.
you have to think like this,
Yeah.
and then you have to even think from this direction, and that helped me prepare for the worst. And in final one, I solved all the sets.
Very good.
Within 35 minutes, I was done with the whole LRDI. I had enough time to check one more set. I cross-checked the stock price set if you have solved slot on paper, sir. I cross-checked that set because stocks is something I like. I thought maybe in excitement I would have messed something up. But then I had enough time to check something.
Very good, yeah.
So I scored 62 marks there, scaled down 58.49.
That's fine, yeah.
And maths, I banged upon my experience as well from JEE. But then your videos sometimes, a small hack where if I'm going through a lengthier process, those small hacks to optimize time, because quants is that game.
Totally that way.
Where you have to optimize.
Correct,
you
correct,
can't. I know the problem. I cannot get my ego that I have to solve this.
No.
So that was your suggestion in one of your mock analysis. Don't get your ego.
Correct. Yeah.
Optimize.
Correct.
Leave the balls. Leave the balls. So that way, the entire mocks were like a game changer. I had given all the mocks
Very
till
good.
Dashcat 15.
Very good.
I suppose, and yeah, whenever I used to score in 3-digit, I was happy.
Yeah, very good.
It's
So
going
coming
fine.
to what we think about when we set the LRDI was that because I set some of the LRDIs sections. So what I always feel is at least one set I want to give which is completely hatke. Okay. Because I feel that if I'm just giving the same arrangements, okay, Einstein's puzzles and all, the student will not help him a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
It will be just another mock for him. I know that he's going to take Dashcats, he's going to take some other mocks also, but I need to give them an experience of different kinds of sets.
Right,
So out of the 4 sets, always we try to keep one set which is completely random.
I felt that.
Because that will help students think. Okay.
Right.
So I always used to put a lot of effort in at least getting one set which is very different, which I think has helped students also.
Yes, for sure. I mean, in for other mocks that I've given, I was sure that the 2 sets I can solve, no matter what, because those are on very similar pattern. You know, one is going to be a DI set.
Correct.
You know, one of them would be from arrangement or some puzzle.
Yeah.
You can bank on these 2 sets any day if you have a considerable amount of practice.
Yeah.
But to just start Dashcat and see this concept is completely new.
Yeah.
So that helped me prepare for
Correct.
this.
Because we, first of all, we didn't expect the LRDI to be so easy. We felt that it should not happen that people panic. People feel that, oh my god, this is so difficult. So we felt in Dashcats, if you give different LRDIs, at least that panic will be lesser. They would feel that, okay, I've seen these kind of slightly different sets earlier. So that was this. Anyway, coming back to your preparation, you said you started from February, right? First, can you tell me, you got 93. You might be disappointed, right? Were you disappointed on that day, or you felt, it's okay, it's my first attempt, I got 93, it's fine, or what did you feel?
No, sir. Actually, coming out of the exam, I was disappointed on only maths because I know I did not prepare. Cannot expect results. My mindset was simple that I know my VRC is down the drain. I have to work very hard.
Good.
LRDI is something I have to practice to get the knack of it.
Correct.
I cannot bank on my always analytical skills that I can crack. No, you still have to practice LRDI. Quant, you still have to get the knack of numbers back again because JEE is long time back.
Correct.
You have to practice.
Yeah.
So yeah, daily challenges.
The daily target,
Yeah, daily target. I had a streak of 80. I got a t-shirt that Krakow offered. I was working hard for it. Not just for the t-shirt, but what it signifies as such, that you have that consistency.
Correct.
So I had an 80-day streak, but it broke because of one mess. And then my one aim that even on the days I cannot do anything, I would complete daily targets because in CAT, I feel consistency is very important. That once you lose everything, you have to again set your foundation back to get back on track. Didn't want to risk that.
No, I agree with that. That was one of the reasons we actually started that also. Because I feel it is very easy, okay, when say you are dieting, when you're doing something, when you're going to a gym, okay. Suppose you don't go one day, the momentum is gone. Okay.
The momentum is gone. Right.
So what we felt is, but people are busy. Life is also busy. So even if you're not able to put in 3 hours, 4 hours every day, you should not feel that I wasted a complete day.
Right.
Because if you feel that I wasted a complete day, for you to actually motivate yourself is difficult. So we felt that if you have the streak, which is just one daily target, you feel that the day is not wasted. You feel that, okay, I did something productive. I could have done better, but at least kuch to kiya maine. Okay.
That is the feeling I wanted. with these daily targets. VRC, I used to, the RCs were always, I used to get 2 correct, 2 wrong. I know RCs were a sore part in my prep. But quant, I used to get very angry if even one question was wrong.
Good, no?
Or because if that is your strong section, you drag it, tell how much ever you can.
Yeah. That is what I always tell people, that somebody who is, the difference between somebody who's scoring 98 and somebody who's scoring 99.95 like you, is that in one section they have to completely ace it. Okay. In your case, maybe you did very well in LRDA and probably did decently well in quant.
Yeah, it was 44 in
very
quant.
Good.
But many, so 3 silly mistakes.
That's fine.
50 would have.
Otherwise, you would have probably come very close to 100. Very good. Yeah. But somebody who wants to target 99.5 plus, 99.6 plus, okay, one section, I think they have to completely ace it.
Kill it.
So that's good. So from February, what was your daily schedule like when you started preparing, roughly?
Yeah, so my initial focus was VRC, I need to get it right somehow. I was scoring single digits. Whenever I completed any section, I could only see red marks because of the incorrect answers. I knew I had to read a lot to get the knack of how author thinks and how that processing works. So VRC, I used to read articles and I used to solve RCs, daily targets for sure. Then I used to watch videos over YouTube. I did not, so yeah, I used to watch videos on YouTube to see the rules around which rules you can play. Basically what frameworks you can have while solving RC. But at the end, I feel it very much boils down to my problem with VRC was I used to introduce my bias. If I knew something more about tech, I used to consider author also knows that. I used to take the answer. But you have to eliminate your bias, stick to what author says. Just stick to that framework. And then for LRDI, solving no other alternative. Solve daily targets, mocks, sectionals. Sectionals I had completed long back. I want to request you for more sectionals. So, and quant again, I used to watch videos to get the concepts back, revise them once again. Very quickly, I completed those by March end because only concept revision was needed. But and then practice.
Okay, good.
Nothing else.
Very nice, man. Very happy to hear your story. If there is one thing that you want to tell the future aspirants of CAT, okay, one tip that you want to give, what would it be? You can tell directly to the camera if you want.
Sure. One thing that helped me, that is a learning from my journey is never shorten your ambition. Difficulties come and go fine, but never shorten. Never think you cannot make it, or even the colleges at the lower level are fine. It's okay. Let your result decide that, but yeah, don't shorten your ambition.
Very good, man. Very nice to see you. Very nice to hear your story. It is very inspiring and very motivating for me also to work harder.
Come on.
No, because when I see a student, because I feel that whatever effort I put in is showing results. When I'm saying motivating, it is motivating for me to work even harder in teaching more students next year. So, like I told you, whenever a student comes and thanks me in person, there is nothing better for me. Okay,
I wanted to do that. That was my goal before CAT.
Very good, man.
If I do well, I'm going to take sir's blessing and ma'am's blessing after everything is done.
Very good. Any student who is listening to this, if you do well, or even if you don't do well, if you come and meet us, we'll feel always very happy.